From Identity, please welcome Ariel.
So I guess I'll just start with kind of backstory. I grew up being told, you're God's princess, God loves you, God this and God that, and I loved that. Like, I grew up in the church. I loved what God had to offer, and just from experiences with my family, the world left a really bad taste in my mouth, and I didn't want it. So, yeah, I just grew up very, God, and, but the thing about being a Christian is that in school you get singled out, you get rejected, you tend to be alone a lot. So, I grew up being very lonely, and so I went to the retreat, and I was in worship, and all I thought about was that never-ending loneliness. And I was trying to worship, but I was like, I can't do this. So I just fell to the floor and I cried, and I was like, God, I can't stand being alone. And so I was lying there, and I was just crying, and then Cameron and Dan, they just came over to me and they sat down with me, and they just laid on my shoulders, and they didn't pray, they just laid on my shoulders, and I felt God say, you are not alone, and I can't even tell you, just you guys laying on my shoulders, it meant a lot. So that happened, and that was honestly just. And then I cried some more because that meant a lot. So, so that happened, and I was praying for people, and I was praying for my friends Katie and Rose and Summer, and legit like that whole entire section, like so many people. So pretty much like everyone here. So I was just thinking about everybody here, and I'm like, I am not alone. I've never been alone. And especially, I just want to do a shout out to my girl Ellie. I have been best friends with Ellie. So anyway, just wanted to shout out to you. I saw the skit Create. You guys did amazing. And I saw just the spiritual warfare, and I'm like, that's high school every single day for me. It's just this constant spiritual warfare. And then the experience with Cameron and Dan happened, and just, I was thinking about all my friends, and I was thinking about how God said you're not alone. So then after retreat, I go to school, and I was absent Monday, and I went to school late Tuesday because this anxiety just dropped in me, and I'm like, I can't go to school. Like, I'm just gonna be lonely again. So then I ended up going to school Tuesday, and I'm sitting there, and I'm feeling lonely, and apparently I was writing. So I look down, and I see what I wrote, and I wrote The Valley, and I was like, oh yeah, that happened. And I thought about the retreat, and I thought about what happened, and I'm like, I am not alone. I'm not alone. I just had to keep reminding myself I'm not alone. So anyway, that was a lot, but I guess moving forward, I realized that when I walk the school hallways, and I'm not alone, and God is always with me, and He's in me, He's with me, and I got the most amazing friends in the whole entire world, and I just love you guys, and I love God, and
There's a lot of resourceful people in this world, but there's only one person I know that with a pizza box and 3 inches of duct tape can create for you an impenetrable suit of armor, okay? And that is Cage.
Yeah!
And it was good. It was very good. I mean, we definitely leaving early. That was fun with my wonderful Create compadres. Yeah, I rode with, I think it was Eugene and Christian Blumensteel over here. And one other person. I know your face. I know you're here somewhere. I don't know your name. I'm so sorry. I can't, my bad. So we get there, we set up, looking pretty good. The rock formation actually turned out pretty well. Yeah. I mean, we did. Kirsten did a good job on those rocks. I mean, I used expanding foam and chicken wire, but she got a box and paper. I don't know if you guys actually noticed that at all. There are tiny little things on the floor of the stage or something. But we worked good on that. But Friday it was all right. I mean, nothing super major happened. The food was good. Okay, the food was good. I mean, the service was all right. I mean, you guys you did a good job with the whole man play there. That was good. That was good. I mean, I couldn't stand the song because every time I come, they play it, and after day 3 of practicing, I just stuck in my head. I'm sorry,
I'm here with you. We have counseling hours for this kind of thing.
You guys are awesome. Thank you, random citizen.
Megamind reference.
Let's say she got it. She got it. Okay, so moving on. Friday, service was good. Create did awesome. Worship, yes, worship. The next day after that was wow. Okay, wow. I did not expect that. I thought there'd be some swings, some hugs and stuff, but not crying to the point where snot's running down your face. Okay? I mean, I didn't know if I had to call 911 or something. It was awesome. I had to run get tissues, but it was, for me, I didn't cry, unfortunately. But I did feel empowered. I kind of had walls built up because I come from I don't want to say troubled background, but I built up a fortress, and you really need to be a real special person in order to get into my fortress. And Saturday ripped it down. All into that, and I was praying, and I had my hands in the air, and I was swaying to the music and stuff like that. I put my hand on a couple of people. I had, Jamela, I think it was? She came over to me, she prayed for me, and she told me I was special, and then I was needed, and I was awesome, and which, you guys tell me that all the time, which is awesome. And then that night was pretty, I was exhausted, okay? I couldn't stay up any longer, I had to go to sleep. And then after retreat, it was really hard getting back into the flow of things because it was just awesome and whatnot. But for all of you people who haven't been there, you gotta go, okay? It was fun. And I'm done, see you guys later, bye.
Please give it up for Elika.
So I'll start with Friday. So on Friday, everyone's worshiping, whatever, and I've always wanted to be the person that somebody comes up and says an encouraging word, and that never happened to me till Friday night, and that was pretty cool. Actually, Alex Fisher came up to me, and he gave me an encouraging word, and that gave me a lot of confidence. And then moving over to Saturday night, it gave me the confidence to pray for people. And I've never really been good with words and putting them together in the right way. So I was I don't know how I'm gonna do this. But I really felt like God wanted me to pray for somebody. So I went to them and I prayed for them. And then afterwards, I don't really know what happened, but I just like had something building up inside of me, and I just felt like I needed to pray in tongues. And it's funny because like I mean I've like grown up like with like, you know, praying in tongues is something you should do and whatever, and it's like a way to connect with God. So, but I've never actually like done it like for anybody before, but I just went around and I started praying in tongues for people, and that was really cool. And actually, I prayed in tongues for Cage, and it was really cool because, not to embarrass you or anything, but like I'd never seen Cage like worship the way that he did, and to me that was so encouraging, and it just really warmed my heart to see him like so on fire for God that night, and it like really made me happy. So, also, I went to Ariel and I prayed in tongues for her, and then like I tried to say some encouraging words to her, whatever, and and then she prayed for me, and I was like, whoa, okay, she like nailed it. Like her prayer was amazing, and she hit like everything that I've ever been like struggling. She prayed for it, and I cried so much, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna stick to praying in tongues, because I can't like put it in words like she does, because she's amazing. So yeah, but retreat was awesome, so yeah.
All right, listen. Finally, our last person for the night that's going to be sharing. Please welcome up our wonderful resident, Chloe Healy.
Okay, so if you were all there last year, I know some of you weren't because a lot of you are new, not all of you, but last year really rocked me. Last year was kind of just breaking all the chains off and just ripping me from my past, from just all the baggage that I've had before. So this year, I had the expectation, okay, we're gonna have the same emotion we had last year. We're gonna have that crying on the floor, like we all said. It's not coming out of our noses. We're all gonna be just like, we're gonna be like babies on the floor. That's all I'm thinking about right now. So I was there and I felt nothing. I'm gonna admit it. And I actually, weirdly enough, spoke to my cousin earlier that day, and I said a lukewarm Christian is a little bit of like a dangerous Christian. And I didn't even think about myself for that, because last year I let go of everything, so I was like, okay, I'm moving on, moving forward. And as the year went on, I became a lukewarm Christian, I'm gonna admit. So came to the youth group, came to the retreat, and Nate started talking about lukewarm Christian, and I was like, oh dang, that's me, dang it. So going to Friday night, felt nothing, and I was pretty mad at myself, to admit, and a little bit of God, because I was like, hey, where's my emotion? I want to cry right now. And Saturday night, we all know it rocked us, and Saturday night, beginning it off, worshiping, hearing the message, still wasn't feeling anything. And I was kind of very annoyed, because I was like, I came to retreat. I expected an emotion, which is horrible that I have to admit that. So I came up to Jamel, and I was like, hey, dude, you got to pray for me. I feel nothing. I feel crappy, I feel nothing, I need just something, sort of prayer. So Jamela prayed for me, and she said, I feel like you need some confidence. So I was like, I do need some confidence. And I kind of, as the night went on, I was praying to myself, and I was like, okay, you know what? This isn't an emotional trip, and it's not an emotional trip for me this year for a reason. Because it's not only supposed to be emotional, but I have to move it myself. I have to work for it. It's like a relationship. Both sides have to work for it, not just him and not just me. We both got to go. And so I kind of realized, I was like, okay, it's my turn. I got to bring it. I gotta metaphorically feel like in my head make God cry. So I wasn't doing that just like, okay, here's a plan, but I was like, I gotta do this for you, God. So I made that plan, and I'm going to stick by it. Moving forward, I'm trying my best to stay with that and telling myself, okay, we're done with the emotion. We got rid of all that. It's a new beginning. We're going to move forward in God, and it's your job to keep that up. It's your job to focus on that. It's not just his. So that's what I'm doing.
It is 8:37 right now. We're going to dismiss, but I just want to encourage you guys, whether you were there or you weren't. And this is like if I'm going to coin anything one day, it's going to be this. Listen, it's not the fire that's inside you that changes the world, it's the choice to maintain it. All right? So I love you guys. You are dismissed. Parents, thank you for being patient. And we will catch you all next week.